As the world around us becomes more and more of an always-on proposition, a whole new set of rules are evolving to govern marketing, something we refer to in the book as the 4 Ps of digital. Preferences and proximity work together to create connections between brand and consumer. So what you're open to right now, you may not want tomorrow, and what interests you in one location may be of zero interest to you when you're in another. And when you layer on presence, your receptiveness to a marketing message, over location and preferences, that has the potential to make all our fears about privacy and bombarding users with too much unwanted information a thing of the past. And finally, we have portability of content, the first and most fundamental piece in the mobile marketing puzzle. Now that makes it all possible. The 4 Ps of digital actually evolve somewhat differently from the way we envisioned them in the book, but there's absolutely no question that separately and together, they will be the hallmarks of how you connect with your customers in the years to come. When we talk about portability in the book, we're really talking about portability of content. If you think about it, our jobs were a lot easier when we only had to worry about desktops, laptops, and a couple of different browsers. Today, the content we create has to flow across multiple digital touchpoints, and that's not something that it was designed to do in most cases. Now, your site needs to be equally useful, equally usable, desirable, findable, and engaging across desktop, smartphone, and tablet browsers. And in addition to that, it needs to provide contextually relevant content, functionality, and experiences for each platform. So when we think about our concept of preferences, consider how iTunes trained us that it's acceptable to now pay for content. Think also about how the geo-aware capabilities of mobile have begun to train us that it's acceptable to volunteer a small piece of information in exchange for something of value, like a deal. Google Maps is a great example of this. Your current location is very detailed personal information, yet most of us don't think twice about giving it up in exchange for something as simple as an address. So with preferences, rather than casting your nets wide with general offers and broad general content, you can begin to tailor your messaging and your approach to what's actually meaningful to each consumer at any given time. So when we think about proximity, the ability to actually be where your consumers are has always been the holy grail of marketing. And now, thanks to mobile devices and the ever-expanding array of connected and convergent places and objects, you can actually connect with a consumer in real time and tailor your message based on the consumer's location and the consumer's proximity to your brand. And for brick and mortar businesses, for example, there's nothing more powerful than that. The fourth and final P, presence, is an increasingly important concept in mobile. And it differs from status in that it indicates not only what I'm doing, but it also adds an additional dimension of receptivity. And that's something that's very vital in the mobile context for marketing. If you think about your Facebook status, it simply tells you what I'm doing right now, but presence indicates what I'm doing and what it means to you if you want to interact with me. So transferred to the broader spectrum of digital marketing and layered on top of portability, preferences, and proximity, it presents far richer and more interesting possibilities than a simple status message ever could.